It's time. It's time. I was thinking it would be funny to do like a tier list of how attractive each sinner is. But then I was like, mental problems aside, it would be pretty hard because I don't think I can place most of them below like B. Like obviously you have your outliers of people I'm not going to rank because I'm pretty sure Sinclair is a minor, but you know, other than that, he yearns for the mines. Ugh. Well, oh, there's not much time left for this. I'll just I don't know what I need, but I'll just like I will not get Yisang. So good. I might try. How much do I need? I might be able to get enough today. Are accepted and respected by fixers and ways of the city. I'm assuming all the level titles are written by Don Quixote. Oh wait, there's a fight. I'm starting to suspect the sinners are not accepted and respected by fixers and ways of the city.
모델 45-3 충전. 전투 준비 완료.
Susara's directions led us to an empty lot in the back streets. My cough is finally almost gone. The hell is this now? This ain't like the tight alleyways of the back streets I know. What's with this huge empty lot doing here? Right? Weird. It's rare to see this much real estate go unused in the back streets. There are a bunch of banners hanging by the buildings for some reason too. Miss Faust and I will converse with the person in charge. The rest of you assess the situation in the meantime. Don't start any trouble. Don't start too much trouble until we return. See, it's still here a little bit. Oh, I could never get divorced from this cough. How mayst place thy faith in us. He's given up on the slim hope that we won't be getting into any trouble without him. Well, let's see what we're working with here. The empty lot was surrounded by all kinds of warning signs and perimeter tapes and deterring anyone from haphazardly wandering inside. And when we reached out to grab the tapes to duck under them... Hey, dude, hey! A voice rang out, stopping us in our tracks. Yeah? I mean, what? Alright, I'll be nice since it doesn't seem like you guys know what you just walked into. This place is off limits, okay? Off limits. Fixers only like me and the rest of the people gathered here, yeah? Fixers. Civvies aren't allowed on the operation grounds. Geez, these P-Corps folks sure are sloppy with their perimeter job. Wait, why did you look at me when you said that? What? Oh, thou art concerned for our safety. No worries, good man, no worries. Fixers we may be, but the daring heart of justice that burns within thee is just as bright in our own. Forsooth, we are prepared to brave death to see it. Don Quixote confidently leaps over the warning tape and scampers into the empty lot. Hey, do you have any idea what you're walking into? Hark, we arrive here on a contract just as you. The contract for the eradication of La Mancha land. I could practically hear everyone in the empty lot turning around to look at us. The looks in their eyes could hardly be described as friendly. In fact, their alarm at our... who could have guessed that this would have happened? Not me or Virgilius. That's when one of the fixers wielding a massive weapon strode at our direction. Oh my god, it's Cloud Strife. Oh my god, it's Kirito if he was a dad. You here for the hunt, you twerps? It's Wild Hunt Heathcliff. Of course he's here for the hunt. Oh man, silly me, I forgot to do maintenance for my weapons. I don't have time for this. I guess I'll go take care of that now, bye. Some noxious guy, who was clearly way over his head, hurried away when the giant of a fixer stomped his way into the conversation. And the other fixers shook their heads as though they knew what was about to happen. You're clearly not fixers from an association. Obviously not anyone from an office of even passing renown. How many more of these small-time freeloaders are we gonna take on? Except any more of them and we'd end up having to split an on of that reward money between us. We're already getting these bloody tossers in for a fight, huh? Emblems on their garbs patently say Fang Hunt Office, yet to hunt fangs has to mean... You even seen one of them in person before? We killed one! We killed one, baby. Yeah, we're cool. And Dante does like finger guns at Heathcliff, and Heathcliff is just like behind the guy, like shaking his head. Prithee, seen what? Blood fiends. Blood fiends? Wait, we're dealing with blood fiends in this contract? We were not informed any blood fiend involvement in this contract. Would you look at that? No, nothing amateurs, all of them. It makes my blood boil to watch idiots like you rushing to nab a contract just for the promise of some cash and fame. Not only do you get in the way of the hunt, but you really also spoil the fun out of this activity. Jesus Christ. Say what? What's so wrong with keeping your eye on the money? Rodya, I don't think they're just here for the contract reward. Yes. This case seems to hold a special meaning to them. Fools driven by their creed are much more troublesome to deal with than simpletons motivated by money. Me, a simple soldier. I refuse to take part in an operation alongside these idiots who don't even know what it's like to deal with blood fiends. Is someone gonna tell him? Shut the fuck up. Okay, I got that one. I understood that one. Thank you, Rouge. Thank you, Rouge. Shut the fuck up, you arrogance. Sinclair coming out hot? It was shut that flap hole ugly. Oh, he got it wrong. It looks like you let a bit of your personal feelings bleed into that interpretation. Thank you, Honglu. But yours wasn't half bad. Anyways, this isn't our first Blood Fiend contract, you know? It may not be much, but we've dealt with them before. We don't deserve to get talked down to you by you like that. Not one of us. At least when it comes to fighting. Great comeback, but I'm docking a few points for that hesitation there. So this isn't your first rodeo, huh? Well, then show me what you got. Let's see if you're all talk or if you're a real hunters ready for the real deal. What? Mate, are we really doing this here before we even set foot in there? I'm telling you, we got permits and everything. Heathcliff! He's been fixed. He's like, this guy's an asshole, but I don't want to fight. He's undergone so much character development. Don't be a baby. I'll hurt you just enough to send you home crying. Will a broken arm and a leg convince you? You'll thank us in your train home. I'd say an arm and a leg are much more acceptable losses than getting your blood brutally drained by a blood fiend. What a dickhead. Jesus Christ. Hi, Clever. It was mostly just a bunch of dialogue last week. I only got through the first 2 missions. Oh, what? Faust, why are you here? What?
계획을 잊으셨나요?
Uh-oh. Multi-crack Faust is not gonna have a good time here.
불길 속으로.
I don't know why she's here. But it's fine. The Wild Hunt Heathcliff is gonna clean up. Kill! Oh man.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
저 발긴다. 돌아하니요.
Jesus Christ.
일단 정신 못 차리는
They're getting
대가리부터
cooked.
뭉개.
공격 범위 확인.
Ooh, didn't kill.
무기가 약이지. 두드려 패.
I mean, Multi-crack Faust isn't doing that bad, honestly.
잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Yeah, it is a good one. What if you have like good charge generation in Mirror Dungeon, she will just mow through literally everything. Yeah, I saw that it ends. I probably don't have enough to get the Yisang.
저 발긴다.
Man, Heathcliff, what a chill guy. He didn't immediately leap to violence this time. Do.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 내가 알아서 처리.
속에서
Yeah, the store will be open, but I won't be able to get more,
최대치.
more like of the currency.
그래. 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
공격 범위 확인.
Yeah, these guys are getting cooked, and I'm not even bringing a full team. I dropped one member, and one of my members is super underleveled.
와 함께 사라져라.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 책자를 내놨어.
We did it. We beat the hell out of our allies.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서
Let's
이 분노가 끝나지 않는 거지?
nothing good ever comes from from ignoring. Nothing good ever comes from Virgilius leaving us alone. Oh right, that's why Faust is here.
출발하죠.
It's because I was using a support.
이번엔 어떤 실험인가요? 개체 유형 확인.
That was the point of that.
뭐야 그 파이팅이다.
Yeah. Kill them. Oh, what did Honglu do? Oh no.
주라니야.
Was that something he did in the book?
불길 속으로.
속에서
Lament, mourn, despair. Oh.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
Oh, was he like, he had a vampire hunter guy?
그래. 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이
Got
있는
it.
거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 불길 속으로. 그럼 공격도 계속 오고.
Man, this Faust really does just like blow up at some point. I don't know when it happens, but there's
다가오지 마세요.
it's probably a skill 3. Yeah.
아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만
Yeah, there we go.
매서워지거든.
My main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Mind Whip is so funny. Mind Whip!
소란이 줄었네.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I love you, Heathcliff. Never change.
나서도록 할까?
대가리 딱 떼도
Ooh, good rolls. Sinclair, kill that man.
직접 밝혀주마. 이 속에서
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Oh, and we won.
도대체 그런
Your transformations. I must say, I haven't seen anything like it before.
야,
That's enough demonstration for you, you twits. Fine, I'll admit, you've got some skill. And Honglu, who shows up looking exactly like this guy, he's like, hold on, that's copyright infringement. Yeah. Oh, they're not half bad. We always welcome cooperation with fellow fixers who can carry their own weight. Hey, I recognize you. I see you guys busily chatting away at the warp train platform. My name's Romero, by the way. Oh my god, it's the dog. You just sat there and watched as your men were out here fighting? Yeah, but the fight was already underway when I got here, and I doubt I would have been able to talk them out of it. Besides, I had a feeling that you guys could hold your own against my men. So please allow me to ask for your understanding. They're not bad people, they're just on edge. Anyone would be after what they've gone through in their struggles against the Blood Fiends. You have my understanding. Hunting entities such as those who lie beyond the ken must plant seeds of doubt in many a heart of men. Right, and I do agree with them, at least partially. The bar set by P Corp and the HANA Association for Fixers participating in this contract is shockingly low and indiscriminate. If it were up to me, I would have set a more strict set of conditions. His friendly smile faltered slightly as he gestured around the empty lot. Look around, over there by the command tent. Just one look at who we're working with, and I'm sure it'll become plenty clear that they don't know what they're walking into. They should have hired only the professionals to take on this contract. It's because they need a fucking distraction. Everyone else is a distraction. And then there's like a few real people sprinkled in. We all simultaneously turned to look at the large noisy tent.
여러분들 봤어?
What?
입구 쪽에서 싸움 난 거? 정말 난장판이지. 세상에. 내가 이런 놈들이랑 같은 의뢰를 하면서 부대 끼고 있어야 된다는 거야.
Chad, is this real? Oh my god. This is unbelievable. I think you mentioned this. Oh, right. You mentioned something along these lines, but I was not prepared. I was not prepared for. Wow, Chad, is this for real? There was a huge brawl by the entrance. It's a real amateur hour out here. Guys, can you believe that I gotta stand shoulder to shoulder with these idiots for this contract? What the hell is he doing? He's streaming to Twitch. In the distance, we saw some guy running his mouth and striking several exaggerated dramatic poses at a tiny device, most likely a camera of sorts. I will record myself so that my viewers will be able to provide critique and evaluate my performance. So true. I love how they were like, we need to do an idea of this guy with personality, right? Like an actual personality guy, right? And they were like, who's the funniest person for this ID? Oh, I know, Merceau, the guy who is fucking. And don't call me Shirley. We've all had experience with someone like him in the past. That guy reminds me of a certain someone. He's taking pics like that guy Siegfried. He ran around for a while, visiting every corner of the empty lot, trying to get every detail in the frame. And suddenly started striding toward us in an annoyed gait. Hello, yes, you guys over there. Hast thou called upon us? Do you mind loitering around somewhere else? Shoo, you're getting in the way of my viewers, guys. But you're literally in our way, guy. Thank you, Ishmael. He whipped his attention back to... Did he do a spin? He whipped his attention back to the camera as though he was pretending not to hear what Ishmael said, or as if he decided that her words weren't worth entertaining. Oh, you want to know where I am? Hold on to your seats, guys. I'm at the back streets of District 16. Yup, where P Corp is. if you're District 11 in the kitchen, what are you in the bathroom? District 16. It's a European joke.
맞아.
Oh yeah, remember the P Corp 150 vintage semi-permanent canned ice cream unboxing and review live stream? Yep, the very same. Unfortunately, I'm not here to eat ice cream today. We had the celebrity fixer. Yeah, I mean... This guy was probably, someone probably met an IRL streamer on the Project Moon team, and they held a grudge. They had a chip on their shoulder, and as they were walking into the fucking office, and then they were like, "Guys, we need to brainstorm for Kanto 7," and that one writer was like, "I have the fucking idea." So I've been meaning to ask, who's that fella even talking to? Chat, is this real?
아마도
And he is talking to his viewers who are watching his show. It appears that he is the host of a certain show. It has been reported that, in certain parts of the city, a new culture of live streaming via those cameras has been on the rise.
무례한 작자네. 꼬맹이.
What a rude piece of work. Don't let him get you down, kidda. What a glorious day it is. Behold, this man is Sir Camille of Sync Association West. His name honored as one of the top 10 up-and-coming new generation Fixer, featured in the October issue of Fixers Monthly, one of the big 3 Fixer magazines of the city.
누누이 말하는 거지만.
I know we say this every single time, but most people don't know what... Never mind.
지난번에 버스에서
Oh, have you
보여주겠다고
not
했는데.
hearkened when I shared this news of grave significance aboard the bus? Have none of you heeded my words?
미쳤냐?
Are you mad? Why would I listen to you when I can nap instead?
우리끼리 은행 중에
Such harangue over a winding path is oft a cause for sickness on the road, Miss Don Quixote. The grumbling sinners clearly existed outside Don Quixote's world. She was breathing very heavily, a look of admiration clear on her face. I, for one, did not imagine even in my wildest dreams that I should be shaking hands with Sir Camille in person. I don't think he's gonna shake your hand. Of course, no one shook hands or exchanged as simple as pleasantries with Camille just yet. We're from a Limbus Company. Yippee!
진가 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어쩔
Oh god. In which the tale of our young master is revealed. Ooh. Ooh, Don Quixote lore. Or someone else, because I feel like the Don Quixote lore is gonna get, like, saved for later. So embarrassing. Do you really have to clown around with that thing while on a mission?
와, 여러분 보여?
Wait, oh, hey chat, look, allow me to introduce you all to Paula from the Spy Association. She'll be my sidekick in this mission. He's just like coughing over at everyone in Limbus Company. Listen, I'm not your sidekick. As you can probably tell from her outfit, she's a fixer from the West, just like myself.
가끔 이렇게 협회에선
The association sometimes sticks me with sidekicks like her against my will for some contracts. A joint operation, you know? Oh yeah, I totally. No, I really shine when I work alone. But what can I do? You gotta do what the higher ups tell me to do. You get it, right?
그래도
Well, why don't you say hello to my dear friends anyway, Miss Paula? Oh, a collaboration of the Sphinx and the Spy, two formidable forces together as one. Think she's tearing up. Ah, got something stuck in there. What great, glorious, grand blood-pumping feeling this is! My heart pounds madly as though its explosion nigh.
매일 영상
Great figures had previously seen only through recordings, through books, through figurines, are here before me in the flesh, conversing, ambling right before mine eyes. Dante, can you just like put an arm around her neck? Just like put her in a chokehold? I know you actually probably get rolled in that scenario. Do you know most of the fixers here then, Don Quixote?
도덕적인 해결사 잡지에
The
나온
fixer
해결사들은
hath been
대부분
featured in one of the magazines I have subscribed to, then verily. Right. If that's the case, and if everyone here really are all fixers, then she probably knows who that person is too, right? The person who's been staring daggers at us this whole time. Then who are they over there? That group of fixers who's been staring at us for a while. Allow me to observe. Hath our reputation already preceded us? To be recognized by mere sight. 'Tis a joyous conundrum indeed. 'Tis precisely why I had said that I must graciously bow out from that special feature on the front page of a newspaper. I may have a few gaps in my knowledge. 'Tis probable they are from small upstart office that hath only recently registered itself, but 'tis clear from the fashion in which they are garbed that they hail from the east. What a relief! Conveniently, I recognize who they are. Oh, Hong Lu. Is this about you? Is our reading Hong Lu lore? Hoy day! Thou recognizest a fixer whom I do not? For truth? Chat, is this real? Don Quixote stares at the Hong Lu in utter disbelief. Merso, come on, man. Don't look back at them. We have been looking at each other for a while. There is no reason for me to avert my eyes. I love Gregor and Merso hanging out. Like they're just chilling. I like to imagine Merso and Gregor in the back of the bus with new Super Mario Bros. For the DS. And they're playing the 2-player mode. And Merso just keeps winning easily. My man, that's what most people call a staring contest, and it's rude. So let's just
이젠 저희 쪽으로 걸어오고 계시는데요.
they're all walking towards us.
할까요?
Should we wave at them or something? Crap that, yeah, let's stare right back at them again. Let's at least not come off like we're scared of them. Yeah, confidence. You know they're within hearing distance, right? Yep, they're right in front of us. Bloody hell, don't look away, lad. I follow them right back. We don't want to get caught unawares if we're about to get into a fisticuffs. Oh, lads, you have business with us or what? I can't believe it. Dante just clock head in hands. Like, I can't believe, even after all this time, that they are like this. Huh? What's with that grin on your face? I didn't know I'd be introducing her to everyone so soon. Please say hello to my little sister. Oh. I'm so, oh wait. Okay, I don't know how to. I'm like, I am the last person who would be good at pronouncing this name. Let's see. Let's consult the annals.
제 동생 가시춘이랍니다.
I did not catch that.
제 동생 가시춘이랍니다.
Yeah. It's Chinese. I recognize that. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it.
제 동생 가시춘이랍니다.
I'm trying to figure out where.
제 동생 가시춘이랍니다. 제 동생 가시춘이랍니다.
Mr. Google. How do I pronounce? All right. Man, if only I could look at the fucking international phonetic alphabet. Ah, whatever. I'll just do my I'll just do my white man impression. White man has been here. How can you tell? Poorly pronounced Chinese name. Little sister? Is she single? Sorry.
동생이요?
자칫하면
I'm
몰라볼
almost
뻔했지
didn't
뭐야.
recognize you. Last I remember, you were only up to my knees in height.
그건 어릴 때였으니까.
That's because I was a child the last time you saw me.
집을 나가서 혼자 대체 뭘 거창한 짓을 준비하고 있나 했더니
And here I was, wondering what kind of impressive shenanigans you were preparing for since you left home. Impressive shenanigans!
이게 전부야?
She's
만든
awesome.
세력이?
I hope she doesn't die, but that may be too much to ask for. This is it? Is this all you've managed to build up your own faction? Can you stop fucking around?
세력이
They're not
아니야,
my
시춘.
faction.
소개해줄게. 여기서부터 차례대로 그레고르 씨,
Hold on. Maybe I can parse.
세력이 아니야 시춘. 소개해줄게.
Should.
여기서부터 차례대로 그레고르 씨,
Okay. Come on, let me introduce you to them. I'll start here. This is Mr. Gregor. Kill her! Yo.
왜 그렇게
Don't be shy.
쭈뼛거려?
My name's.
됐어?
Forget
내
it.
시간도
I
없고.
don't have time for this. Ja Shi-chun gave us a side eye before dismissively cutting us off.
그래.
Well, okay. Oh,
아,
hey, you're not
이제
only
보니까
grown in
키만 작은
height.
게 아니라 나처럼
I see that your circle of friends has been growing too, just like mine. Are they new? Honglu, I know you're acting like an idiot. There's no way you're this stupid. He's a cinnamon roll because he's pretending to be an idiot, so people leave him the fuck alone. Because people who accompanied Shi-chun were all threateningly sizing us up like they were getting ready for a fight.
정말 친구라고
You don't really
생각해서
think they're my
그렇구나.
friends, do you? Oh, and then Honglu's like, oh, you can't make friends here. Let me help you.
그리고 다른 오빠
I'm still
언니들에
far
비하면
behind my older siblings anyway. I see.
그리고
Do you know that some of us are still out here looking for you?
오빠를 찾고 있는 건
I
안
do.
그래도 저번에
Oh, that
가왕이랑
reminds me.
만나서
I ran
잠깐
into Ja Juan earlier and had to quick chat with him. I'm sure I'm fucking like mangling this. Oh, was he in the fucking Herman gang? Or whoever that is? I don't remember gender. Huh. And you're still in one piece after running with that asshole? Still lucky as always, huh?
여전히
Think back to the time we first met this Ja Juan. His venomous words, that contemptuous look he gave us as we lay there dying. It seems that moment was embellished into a pleasant quick chat in Hong Lu's memory. Oh, Hong Lu. What a normal guy. Also, this design is awesome. I'm gonna say that's a 10 out of 10 design. Either that or that interaction was what counts as a quick chat for Hong Lu. His family is probably fucked up.
시춘, 아까 들었는데 이곳 일대는 위험하다는 것 같아.
Shujun, I overheard that this is a pretty dangerous place. People have been going missing around here. Why don't you and your friends go find somewhere safe to take refuge in? I still can't tell if you're trying to be funny, if you're genuinely worried for me.
저기 말이야.
Listen, my naive brother. I got here first, okay? Earlier than you and your faction, I mean your second-rate minions. Hold on, I bet at least one of them is not going to take that well. Otis.
알아듣겠어?
Is this making sense to you? I'm here to take part in the eradication of La
이
Manjolaine.
장소가 어떤지는 어떤
I'm pretty sure I have better intel on this place than you do. What the scallop? She's wrong.
참가자라니?
You are?
시춘,
But why would you take part in something like this? It's not like you need the reward money, right?
당연하지.
Yeah, you don't say. And I doubt you're in it for some pocket money either. Pocket money, huh? Sure, whatever. Pocket money.
그럼
Oh, then is it... Ah, never mind. I don't think you or Mr. Wei are going to answer that question anyway.
대답해줄 것 같진 않네.
Hong Lu's eyes momentarily diverted from his younger sister to her posse. There stood a long-haired man who looked toward Jia Shichun as though he was asking for her permission, then walked toward us and bowed deeply and politely toward Hong Lu.
안녕하십니까, 도련님.
It has been a while, young master.
와,
Wow, it's been so long, Mr. Wei. Still escorting Shijun, I see.
부족하지만
Yes, I am still in her service, despite my shortcomings. I'm worried that it might be too dangerous in there.
아, 시춘.
Oh, why don't you tag along with us? Let's do this together.
도련님은
Young master, I see that you are still yourself. Holy fuck. Hong Lu is the kind of guy who could get like punched in the dick and be like, ah, what a nice interaction, like 30 seconds later.
아니,
Forget that. Why don't you mind your own business and we go our separate ways?
헤어지는 건 어때? 가만 보니까
I can see that you and your friends have some real talent for attracting attention, but I prefer to keep things discreet.
안에선
And I'd prefer it if you didn't embarrass me in there by talking to me or something.
그래.
Okay, if that's what you want.
다시 만난다면
I thought you'd have gotten better after all this time, brother. At least better than you were the last time we met.
그렇구나.
I see. I suppose I haven't improved at all in your eyes. Gee, oh my god. Wait. No, that's like an awesome clapback. Hong Lu, my goat.
지금 만난 게 나랑
You should consider yourself lucky that it's me who you ran into. If it was one of our older siblings, your pretty head would have already be rolling into the dirt. And he'd be like, oh, that's fine. And she's like, well, what? And he's like, no, that's fine. Right? I could take a couple of those. And she's like, a couple? What? Thank you. I appreciate that. She scowled and opened her lips as though she was about to shoot something back. But she thought better of it, turned around and left with her posse. Honglu is like one of those fucking like bowling pins that's really heavy at the bottom, so it always stands back up. It's like in Kung Fu Panda, where that fucking balance doll, Po fights it and he gets fucking rolled by it. I just had to avoid 3 assassination attempts from my third sister this week. It's nice to know she still thinks about me. Well, they say it's rarer to see a happy family than it is to see an unhappy one. Don't look at me. I never considered that dog my family. Jesus Christ. Shut the hell up, Hindley. No, but that's not what I... What are you looking at? Do you expect me to back you up or something? Ryoshi never had problems with her family. This is definitely a true fact. Just like old times. Huh. So she was always that spiteful? Spiteful? No, Shichuna has always been, and still is, my most amicable sibling. I must ask, for I have cause to believe that may have misheard. Still is, was it? Yes. That was. He's saying it's like, holy fuck. Yisang's like, damn. What the fuck? Yisang's expression grew into a complicated mess of emotions as he looked to the ground, unable to speak further. Looks like they're holding some kind of meeting in there. You should probably join them. I looked to where Sinclair was pointing at and saw a line of fixers walking into what appeared to be a makeshift command tent. Yeah, we should. I wonder if any of these people are going to show up later. Of the immensely devastating duel in which our fixer and the Sync battled. Ooh! Oh! No! Don Quixote, what have you done? No! I'm fucking dying. Can I... Oh, we have to use base. Okay. Thank you, Don Quixote. You would never betray me. This looks like that scene from Hellsing Ultimate, where the French guy blows up the tent in Brazil. With the Nazis. Where are these people accompanying Virgilius and Charon? Damn, not even a wave back, huh? No, this wasn't about Virgilius. Don Quixote, who stood next to me, was very gradually starting to hyperventilate. You okay? The gradual acceleration of her breathing patterns was first observed 10 minutes ago. I did not report it as it posed no real risk to her health and well-being. I know a good way of dealing with a case of hyperventilation. Takes the fucking sword off her belt and fucking smacks Dawn in the back of the neck with it. You know, she regarded at me with a look that clearly and concisely communicated that she wanted to choke out Don Quixote. I tried my best to look away. Huh. It sounds like she's about to sneeze. Jesus Christ, what kind of crack do they give to the VA for this? Ishmael sighed and stepped forward, sensing that Ryoshi was about to do something we would rather not have her do. I can tell what's going on. That fixture's from the Hana Association. The Hana Association is the one that's overseeing all Fixer Association activities, right? Guess all the times Don Quixote went on impromptu Fixer-related lectures weren't all for naught. I've never paid much attention to it, but to hear something enough times, those lectures just have a way of lodging themselves into your brain. Fixer from the Hana Association. That name alone clearly carried a lot of weight among other fixers. As the Hana Association fixer, dressed in pure white, walked into the room, they all slowly turned around to gaze upon her.
붉은 시선도?
The red gaze too? Oh my god, I wonder who could be associated with him. Ahaha, blushes and blinks seductively. Holy crap, a color fixer? Here?
주목을 받는 게
It looks like we've got another superstar here. Virgilius, who we'd somehow grown used to seeing after such a long period of traveling together, is commanding the attention of everyone in the room merely by his presence. But to us, he's just a fucking grumpy old man. That reminds me, I once heard that Don Quixote was overwhelmed by sheer excitement when she saw Virgilius on the bus. I'm pretty sure she was on the verge of passing out from the sheer joy of getting to work next to a color fixer.
이게 당연한 반응이죠.
I guess this was to be expected. Virgilius is one of the very few fixers who has the honor of getting bestowed with the title of a color.
다들 보고 있어?
There's 7 of them, I would assume.
그 특색.
Cat, are you seeing this? Crazy, right? Look, that's none other than the color fixer Red Gaze himself in the flesh. This is no mere backwaters, backstreets operation we're talking about.
전에 내가
Remember my pre-game stream? I told you guys this had to be more than an urban nightmare. Oh, you're worried about me? Guys, listen, all I need is your support.
아, 위험한 일이 생기지 않을까 걱정된다.
I mean, I assume there's 7 because it's like gonna be like Roy G. Biv. But also in Korea, that could be like a different thing. I'm assuming 7. Black? Vermilion? Okay, it's... And then there's the indigo guy. Mech Knight Indigo Eclipse.
말세군 말세야.
Youngsters these days with their TikToks. I assume some of those people are dead. I assume the Red Mist, at the very least, is dead. And also Red Sack, because there's only one, and we know that for a fact which red color fixer is alive right now. Between Camille's nonstop jabbering and Otis's tongue clicking in even 30-second intervals, I wasn't sure which of the two was more annoying. Thankfully, we weren't the only ones getting increasingly tired of Camille's antics.
지금부터 이
From this point onward, any recording activity, save for official work-related recordings with prior authorization from the Hana Association, will no longer be permitted. The Red Mist is no longer operating under that name. Probably legally, if she were, or whoever this is, I don't know, I assume it's a woman. Because equality, the DEI diversity hires of color fixers. Okay. Here's the thing, if she did show back up, the head would probably get mad. Yeah, you can't tell what the gender of the characters are.
발각될 시
Should you be caught in violation of this decree, the Fixer Association will be levying penalty points to your name, and we who are gathered here must be well aware of the consequences
각 개인은 잘 알고
of accumulating too many penalty points. Fixer license suspension, grade demotion.
여러분,
Giant robot has the voice of a cute girl. Yeah. Well, chat, it seems like it's the curtain call for tonight's show. I'll give you them a valorous, noble fight, and I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to gear about casting your votes for the Fixer I Want to Have Dinner With contest. It closes at midnight. Yeah. They do all the fucking paperwork. The Hana Fixer's cold declaration fell upon Camille and the Fixers inside the command tent like a heavy layer of snow. They all began hurriedly fidgeting with their devices, trying to put them back in their respective cases and bags. With that, the commotion inside the tent rapidly simmered down.
좋네요.
Serves them right.
저자는 당신네
You there,
사람
that
같은데
woman with an apparently dislocated jaw appears to be part of your group. Is she alright? Fixer from the Hana Association asks in our direction, glancing at Don Quixote. Oh, because she did like a cartoon awooga. Humana awooga. Wow! And then her jaw drops to the floor, creating a fucking impact crater that kills all the dinosaurs. Don't mind her. It's easier that way. Soon, a P-Corp employee walked out in front of the fixers. Right, round 4 against La Mancha Land, huh? I am very glad to be here. Happy to see you all. For someone who's very happy to see us, he didn't so much as glance up in our direction. I'm a Class 3 documentation staff manager at P-Corp, archival department. My name is Alessio. Oh, it's that guy, the fucking weirdo from JoJo.
하늘이다.
Cheers on Uol. He also has a skin tight bodysuit like the other P-Corp person we met. Yeah, at least it's gender equal sexy gear. Yeah, this is true.
아까 만났던 채사라.
I'll be honest. In terms of like all the association and corporation uniforms we've seen, I have to put my money in for fucking R-Corp's uniforms. I'll be honest. I like the orange accents. Is this weird? I don't know if this is weird. So head manager Cesara isn't here to brief us herself. Not willing to dirty her boots by coming all the way out here, I see. Right then. Let's get on with the briefing, shall we? As we were all standing here and sharing our predictions, the employee who introduced himself as Alessio started loading up various images on the monitor. Mate, you really gotta go through all this bureaucracy? Oh my, wait, is this a new image? Have we seen this one before? Oh my god, he's chilled out. The briefing is yet to even commence, however. No, but I get it. He's in a dark room and it's night. I assume, I don't know, we're in the city. It could be any fucking time of day. The reproachful glares of other fixers were so palpable that I could almost feel them prickling at my skin. Can we pretend we don't know him? No, you're friends with him. It makes me feel like I'm something of a fixer myself, sitting here with all these people. Fucking, what's it, Willem Dafoe meme. I'm something of a fixer myself. Executive manager, I've been a leader of numerous operations that would dwarf this little skirmish. Numerous? I wanted to hear more about her story, but the mission briefing was actually getting started. I decided to table my curiosity until later. La Mancha Land, which will manifest here within the next 3 hours, is an officially recognized urban nightmare class phenomenon. Dozens of fixers have attempted and failed to take it down. We will now hold a moment of silence for its victims. Don Quixote immediately cast our gaze downward with a graven expression, but I could count with my 10 fingers the number of people who seem to be taking it even remotely seriously. I like how they clarified that Dante had 10 fingers. Some fixers muttered amongst themselves that the victims were just fools who were in over their heads. Even I, with my endless naivete, could tell that none of the fixers really considered them victims. A light buzz of murmurs and idle chatter fills the silence. The look of boredom clear on the fixers' faces as though they've heard it all before. Oh, this room's bigger than I thought it was. Now, if I may direct your attention to this screen. Several low-resolution images began to load onto the display. It is speculated the origin of La Mancha Land dates back 200 years in the past by a conservative estimation. This has been determined based on photographic evidence and the level of decay of the buildings and materials retrieved and analyzed from the phenomenon. However, La Mancha Land was largely unknown and invisible to the public until 2 months ago. and the raw material that makes up this amusement park is. We know all this already. Just get on with it.
비사에서는 토벌에 참가하는 모두에게
Oh wait, Heathcliff is chilling out, and Ishmael's just staring at him. My God.
그러니까 이미 다 아는 정보.
And like I said, we all have more than sufficient information. Got that? Let's stop wasting time. And you seem to be under a rather severe misconception.
물론
Of course, I'm sure some of my present company are consummate professionals with the skill and grit most people wouldn't dare scoff at.
하지만 그래봐야 너희 중 대다수는
But the
이런 도시양몽
But the truth is, most of you are fodder, common as muck, painfully average, garden variety, bargain bin fixers, who are most likely going to meet their dirt-filled, miserable ends while stuck on urban nightmare duty their whole careers. That's all you'll ever be.
나와 같은 위치인 1급 해결사
Most of you will fall by the wayside before this path leads you anywhere of even passing significance, let alone joining the ranks of grade 1 fixers like myself.
설사
Some, maybe one or two of you, may make it to grade 1, sure, but I can guarantee that you won't even dare dream of getting anywhere near the Red Gaze's greatness.
그저 쓰러진 채
Maybe your best will be the honor of dying next to him, feeling the disparity between yourselves and those who are at the top of the city. The grin on the fixer's face is quickly faded away as the boisterous fixer fell dead silent. Blimey, so that Hana fixer is almost right up there with the guide, eh? At least somewhere right beneath his level.
그래도
Yet the Red Gaze shan't be outdone by a mere grade 1 fixer.
그러니 꼴
So
생각을
know your
자만하지
places and pay attention to the briefing.
협조 감사합니다.
Thank you for your cooperation. Now, let's see.
라만차랜드가 이곳에
The reason for La Manchalan's sudden appearance here is yet to be explained.
이곳이 뒷골목
Though its influence is still confined to the back streets, the uniqueness of La Manchalan poses a tangible threat to P-Corp merely by its existence. Yeah, totally, dude. The local housing market hit rock bottom and continued to crash, didn't it? Oh no! It's BlackRock! The fixer from earlier, the one who tried to stop us from entering the scene before scuttling away, slowly sidled up to us and began chatting us up. Most of us ignored him, but Hong Lu responds to him in a kindly voice. Oh, is that right? Yeah, it was insane when that thing showed up here for the first time. It appeared in the middle of the dense population center. It was like two hells in one. All that screaming, all that blood, and two hells in one, What a beautiful phrasing. Well, P-Corp buildings are well known for their elasticity. While they all got bent along the newly manifested phenomenon, they didn't, crumble or anything. Anyways, when La Manchalan suddenly appeared there, pulsing and pushing away all the buildings that used to be there, people got crushed and a bunch of buildings got bent. There are really a lot of survivors for something so devastating. All thanks to P-Corp Singularity, which kept the people inside the buildings safe. They set up 3-kilometer radius buffer zone to limit any construction in the area where it manifests, but just 3 kilometers?
피사의 특이점을
Buildings utilizing P-Corp Singularity have a very high level of elasticity, meaning that buildings made using
무너지거나 꺼질 일은 없습니다.
Weird ads? What weird ad? I understand getting weird ads on Twitch. Alright, buildings utilizing P-Corp Singularity have a very high level of elasticity, meaning that buildings made using their technology are very unlikely to collapse or fall apart in response to shock. It's probable they have decided it would be safe enough to let the periphery of La Mancha and slightly overlap with the residential zone. Well, you know what they say, P-Corp can make safe homes anywhere. So imagine the shock when all that disaster happened. Their only claim to fame crumbled, the faith of their technology growing shaky. No wonder the real estate market crashed through the rock bottom around here. Alright, so if P-Corp's thing is they make very safe buildings, how could they fuck this up? How could they possibly fuck this up? Where is the fucking... Is it bones? Is the way they make their buildings elastic by using fucking bones? Human bones? The bones of babies? I don't know. It's gonna be something like that. And I mean, it was so bad the locals banded together and stormed La Mancha land, pickets and all. So that's what those banners were about, huh?
사진에 보고된 것처럼
As you can all see, La Mancha land presents itself as an extravagantly decorated amusement park. Oh, so it's... It's not in this house. It's like the classic dad line of when you get your own house. When you get your own house, you can make the rules, and then a fucking earthquake happens, and then the dad is like, "No, get out! Stop shaking! When you get your own house, you can make the rules. I make the rules, and I say no shaking." And then the earthquake fucking stops. One of the most commonly heard testimonies from the reports state that there's an 8-kilometer range radius from the epicenter in which people have been hearing a disembodied music of sorts. Yeah. Several curious civilians drawn by the music approached it. Most of them are yet to return. Is it possible the music holds hypnogenic qualities? That is indeed a possibility we won't be ruling out. Too many visitors have ignored the obvious warning signs and perimeter tapes to call it a coincidence. Possibly erring on the side of coffin. Coffin? That's a funny Freudian slip. We and the relevant individuals will be equipping ourselves with earplugs. What must we do once this La Mancha land materializes? Once you enter its perimeters, you will have to ready yourselves for imminent combat. There aren't any kindly pierrots giving away balloons, no amusement park employees popping popcorns, no staff members greeting you with a welcoming song. Only blood fiends. Huh? Blood fiends? They're real? Haven't you heard about the Blood Red Knight, that infamous star of the city? Some people say that Blood Red Knight was actually a really powerful blood fiend. Now, there's red in this name, but the red isn't capitalized, so I'm assuming that isn't a previous color fixer. Yeah, and people say a lot of stuff. You know how rumors spread in the city? I bet it wasn't anything too crazy once you get down to it. Huh, rumors? You'll never know how resilient, how devastatingly powerful and stubborn the Blood Red Knight was. You ignoramuses do not have the right to talk about that thing so lightly. Yes, the only things you'll find in there are blood bags and the blood fiends that turn them, sharpening their fangs to fill their ravenous hunger with your blood. Whatever, your blood isn't that valuable. Oh, here's a detail I was going to share earlier before I was cut off. The raw material that makes up every structure within La Mancha land is human blood. Human blood dating back over 200 years in the past. Blood fiends that can make amusement parks out of blood? Oh no.
어중간한 놈들은
And now I'm looking forward to this. So if it's only blood fiends we'll find in there, I'm sure they'll waste no time making mincemeat out of the greenhorns. Is that how all fixers talk? The way that guy's talking about blood fiends reminds me a lot of how Izzy used to talk about the Great Lake. Hey, you can't blame us for being on edge all the time when the smallest mistake could cost us our lives. Not to mention how irritating it is when others, who don't even understand the dangers, are dozing off like there's no tomorrow. Didn't doze. Thanks to some sod who's been constantly stepping on my foot. Yes! That's why she was looking at him. That's awesome. They're such good friends. What?
날씨가 좋네요 오늘.
Thank you, Sinclair. What nice weather today, huh? It was Sinclair who was stepping on his... Oh, it was Sinclair? Oh my god, Sinclair Chat arc? At the rather forcible behest of Ishmael. Okay. But I held my silence. The last thing I wanted was to have the two of them bickering again. Anyway, if you manage to survive for 6 hours within La Mancha Land, the music announcing the closure of the park will start playing. We are able to cross-reference this fact from testimonies of every fixer and civilian who managed to make it out alive. Once the exit song starts playing, you'll have 30 minutes to exit La Mancha Land. Should you fail to do so, you'll be trapped inside La Mancha Land until it manifests here again, effectively putting you in an endless battle against the Blood Fiends. If anyone even survives that long. There also were eyewitness reports where some fixers identified missing people aboard certain amusement park rides, but that's not an important detail for those who are present. Based on testimonies and reports from the survivors, we have been able to establish a map of La Mancha Land, comprised of 4 separate areas. No one has yet to make it to the final area, which is located here. However, we are able to identify that a certain device in each area, Area 1, 2, and 3 respectively, had to be activated first in order to unlock the final area. The devices within Area 1 and 2 have been activated in the past, but no one has managed to activate the one in Area 3 just yet. Understood. I suppose we should beeline it to Area 3 to save some time then? No. It appears the device is reset when La Mancha Land disappears. In other words, we will have to divide and conquer. Team up with other fixers, choose an area to tackle. I see. Split up, activate our respective devices, and rendezvous at the final area. That's why they need all the fucking meat shields, assuming that every team successfully activates the device they're responsible for. Correct. You suspect that the key to solving the La Mancha Land problem lies within its final area. Is there something you'd like to share? Isn't it funny that we have to go activate some sort of device in each section of La Mancha Land to unlock the final area? It's kind of like a game, isn't it? Like they're giving those who dare to challenge the might of La Mancha Land stages to beat, conditions to fulfill. How should we know what the Blood Fiends are thinking? Those monsters are born twisted. Hana, we have something we'd like to confirm. The Spy Association is here to rescue our client, not for the eradication reward. Don't you mean Spy and the Sink? Don't leave me out. Therefore, the Spy and Sink have no reason to enter 3 areas to activate those devices. I suppose you could take it over from here for the sake of accuracy. Oh, sure. Right. I'm sure you all have your own reasons for being here, yes? Therefore, we at P Corp set up an eradication dividend fund, which means that we will be giving out the reward money based on how much you have contributed to the eradication of La Mancha Land. Assuming a successful outcome, that is. If your goal is the eradication of La Mancha Land, then feel free to roam on your own to fulfill your respective contracts. As long as you acknowledge that you won't be receiving any payout from that fund upon the successful completion of this expedition, you are free to do as you will. However, we would also like to request that you submit a copy of that contract so that we are aware of its details. Understood. I will hand it over as soon as this meeting adjourns. Speaking of which, I'd like to take this opportunity to declare something. You, and I mean any of you, intend to ride our coattails to pilfer more of that reward than you deserve. I'll hunt you down, too. Got that? Ladies and gents, I can attest that he isn't one for empty threats. Can't promise I'll be able to stop him, He sure is intense. I understand that a lot of money hinges on this contract. However, remember that our primary objective remains to minimize casualties and to prevent further disappearances. Leave some of that selfishness behind and cooperate for the greater good.
가능하다면
Fine, I'll cooperate, if that's even possible. Mahana Fixer did not contradict him. She was the kind of person who wouldn't hesitate to put her foot down. Could have easily forced us into cooperating, but it seemed that she wouldn't be able to keep us from infighting if it did come to that. This is a long-ass level. So who's going with who? And to which area? Shichun, Honglu's little sister, who'd been listening quietly on the briefing, raised her hand with a question. You'll be assigned to teams and areas based on our internal data analyses of your individual capabilities, potential, and alignment. So we should probably avoid overcrowding, huh? Such as settling us a group of dozen or so people, for example. We intend to avoid bottlenecking too many people in the same area. She's not hiding her disdain at all, huh? Well, it's not like we wanted her to tag along. If there are no further questions, I will be assigning you all to teams and area pairs. Hold... Ah, fuck. Every single fixer in the room whipped around to take a look at Don Quixote and her bellowing roar. Perhaps it was the sheer fervor in her voice, or perhaps they were simply annoyed by her asking that one last question when the boring briefing was almost over. Oh, please, don't tell me this is actually happening. Oh, oi, that actually woke me up this time. No, this might be the best time to go back to sleep, bud. Jesus Christ. That would have resulted in a summary execution back in the day. Wokeness has ruined the military. We used to be able to execute people for being a little bit annoying. Okay, and the question is? Hark, it appeareth that the information of the greatest import is missing from thy briefing. It is? A moment, please. Alessio began flipping through the briefing, flustered. When shall the rescue operation for the victims of this terrible amusement park commence? I believe that the operation of such grand scale may be difficult to accomplish only with the help of sirs and ladies from the Zwei and Sink Association. Ah. Hey, is that like a character you're playing or something? That's not mainstream at all. I like it. Though I gotta say, playing a character is a bit old-fashioned. At least I know my viewers won't enjoy something like that. Shut the fuck up! It appears that there has been some misunderstanding. Our contract has nothing to do with rescuing the visitors, let alone all of them. Our contract is a search and rescue operation for a specific visitor requested to us by our client. Then, whoever shall make up the rescue party for the rest of its victims. Is she for real? For real? Where'd these idiots come from? Dude, let me see. Unless you have been specifically contracted to rescue someone, I recommend that you peruse the missing persons flyers for their rewards. Yet, it's not the promise of rewards that I desire. So many valiant fixers are gathered here, yet not one taketh up the role of a rescuer? Prithee, fixer of the Zwei, art thou not one of the Zwei? One who call themselves your shield? Yeah, their shield's alright, the iron shield of whoever enters an official contractual agreement with them. Why, yet a fixer mustn't wager their own life on shallow promise of capital. Pray tell, when did the fixers of associations abandon honor for greed? Oh, jeez. Okay, that's enough playing around. Do you even have any idea who you're talking to? I'm very well aware, young Camille of Sink Association Section 3, featured feature of the Fixers Monthly Magazine, currently number 7 in the Fixers I Want to Have Dinner With contest. Uh-huh. Do you know you're... Wait, I'm only number 7? Well, that's not important right now. So if you're so knowledgeable about the Fixers, I'm sure you know this as well. That I, as the fixer of the Sink Association, am not one to waste breath on mere words. When we want to settle something or make a statement, we duel. An official duel to the death. Then, wilt thou heed mine words? Should I best thee in a duel? What? Should I best thee in a duel? Wilt thou swear on thine honor that thou shalt assist us in our rescue mission for those who have gone missing? Wait, are you seriously challenging me to a... No. I, Don Quixote, perforce shall not lightly forsake my creed. I hereby challenge thee to a duel. Things are quickly starting to spiral out of control. Almost panicking, I glanced toward Virgilius, but I couldn't read his expression. He was simply staring at us in that inscrutable silence. Silence that almost felt like warmth? Somehow I find myself getting more intimidated by this than outright anger. Okay, then I'll end this briefing here. I can be determined from prior experience that it will be impossible to stop the presently developing situation. Pupils dilated, brows furrowed at a steep angle, clear refusal to heed any external input. Our attempts to coax her will not be met with any meaningful response. So she's lost it.
단테,
I neglected to mention this earlier at the empty lot, Dante, on account of the lack of prying eyes.
지금처럼 해결사가
I recommend against turning your clock on the eyes of every fixer participating in this case are watching us intently, especially for a duel in which there is very little benefit to be gained.
또한
This includes summoning identities from different worlds or the use of
애고의
ego.
사용 또한
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, but it's not like we won't be using them once we get inside, right? I don't see what's wrong with... Just as I was trying to convince Faust otherwise, Don Quixote stepped in and resolutely shook her head. Nay, worry not. 'Tis an unnecessary crutch. What? Seriously? A duel against a member of the Sikh Association must be fair and just. Never did I intend to borrow thy strength, Manager Esquire, for this hallowed battle of mine. Of course he cares about his rank. Yeah, his rank in the most fuckable men. Sucks that I don't have my fans here to watch me wipe the floor with you, but I'm sure someone here will spread the story by word of mouth. I won't throw my gauntlet out of pity. En garde, petit neveu. Neveu. I can't speak French. Ian, post the correct pronunciation in the edit. Oh, we're so fucked. Oh, and this is a fucking sink guy, so we do get cooked here. Yeah, but...
나를 지켜보고 있었군.
For justice. Yeah, that is bleed. Yeah, but that's all those sync skills, like declared duel is fucking crazy.
나를 지켜보고 있었군.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It was always there. I did say at one point, I was like, oh, maybe she's a vampire hunter, but I did not consider the alternative. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
출진이다.
Oh, okay.
출진이다.
That's fine. I'm assuming we're supposed to lose this. I'm assuming she, like, gets her shoes knocked off and he gets fucking cooked. Wow, really? That's it? 'Tis but a light wound. Thou art sorely mistaken if thou truly believest such a meager wound could... That was definitely more than a light wound. It was an outright crippling, if not fatal. Camille wasn't all talk after all. He moved at an impressive speed and precision, living up to his boasts. If you somehow live 4 turns, cutscene plays and you lose. That's really funny. I couldn't bear to look at Don Quixote scream in pain, but turning a clock here would leave an even greater wound in her heart. 'Tis not the end. What a waste of my blade. I'd rather not have others hear of this duel than think I'm bullying some poor amateur. That's enough, Camille. 'Tis no crime to wish for the safety of all victims. I'm just thinking, if I had access to my Sync Dawn, I might have been able to actually win some of those clashes. But I don't. Yeah, but her attitude needs correction, spouting nonsense like that, not knowing who she's talking to. Fix her this, order that, justice in. Doesn't she know that it's all just... That's enough shenanigans. Let's not waste all our strength before even stepping foot into La Mancha land. Because further trouble and I will put a stop to it myself.
약 1시간 정도가
La Mancha land ETA in approximately 1 hour. After an hour from now, the phenomenon may appear at any moment. Please remain in close proximity to your teams in case of an emergency. The momentary kerfuffle came to a close thanks to the Hana Association's intervention. And only a silence and occasional groans of pain from Don Quixote filled the empty lot. Let's get back inside. I can't turn my clock in front of so many people. Yeah, I sometimes forget that Dante is just a... It's not the end. Oh, it plays the defeat quote. That's really funny. Dante has a clock for a head, and most people are just like normal, and I keep forgetting that's like weird. Of the excellent dialogue in which our exceptional informant LCD department has passed intel to us in our second communication.
주변 구경이라도 가볼까?
Yeah. Well, does anyone want to take a quick stroll around the empty lot while we wait? After nervously looking around the room, Virgia tried to leave the tent, but Virgilia stopped her. No, stay. I have something to share. Oh, come on. Can you give her a moment at least until the mission's over with? I know the last really botched it this time, but nothing came of it in the end, did it? The company has some exclusive information they'd like to share with you. That is the only reason I asked you to stay. Oh, Virgilia sees like, I knew this was going to happen. Sir Lord Redgaze, earlier what I had done. I won't hold it against you, so be quiet and pay attention. Oh, Redgaze, the illustrious, I swear to pledge mine undying loyalty to thee. Virgilius produced a small tablet and began loading something up on its screen. The one who will now brief us on the exclusive intelligence cannot be with us in person due to personal reasons. She wanted me to tell you that she regrets having to deliver the information remotely via this device. Hello, 1, 2, testing. Am I coming through? Huh? Didn't the Hana fixer ban any unauthorized recordings or video feeds earlier? Of course, but we've received prior authorization. Besides, P-Corp is already recording the conversations of every participant in this mission. That just sounds like a roundabout way of saying they've got us all bugged. Of course, the authorization was not free. We had to convince them that the information would be pertinent to capturing the entity at the origin of La Mancha land. LCD on-site investigative reasoning team leader Moses here, and I've been studying and investigating the distortion phenomenon for a long time. And is this a library character? Library of Runa? No. Lobotomy Corporation? Ah, okay. So one of the books. I see. That reminds me. We did have a quick call with someone from the LCD back when. She had a pretty bubbly personality, I think, and her name was... The book that got canceled because they want to make it a full game. Oh! Hey, it's me again, Ezra. Been a while. Hunting blood fiends this time, huh? Don't tell me you were able to jump headfirst into that business without even asking the detective, our team leader. I'm telling you now, she used to be bust plenty of blood fiend heads back in the day. Yeah? Oh right, there wasn't a VA for that. You tell him. I used to whoop him, boss. You go shh on that smoking pipe and you were and... Well, yes I do. I do have some experience with investigating and battling blood fiends. I've even met one of the blood fiend elders, also known as the First Kindreds. Wait, one of the First Kindreds? Let's see. The one we fought last time was a 6th Kindred and a 7th Kindred. And Don Quixote is a 2nd Kindred, right? Well, I don't want to waste your time by talking your ears off about what happened that day, so I'll get straight to the point. Yeah, but it wasn't in the game when I played it. Didst thou slay the First Kindred? Of course not. Yeah, because she went easy on him, I tell ya. No, the Blood Fiend took mercy on me. Our meeting wasn't as bloody as the scene you might be imagining at the moment. In fact, she was generous enough to give me a place to sit, and we even had a moment to converse. What? The Blood Fiend gave you a seat? You expect me to believe that shite? Hey, rude. You did not talk to the our team leader like that, capiche? I do not understand that the public's perception of blood fiends is far from amicable, but I do know that at least some of them, including the elder I met, wish for a peaceful coexistence with humans. Back then, I used to be able to state with absolute certainty that the blood fiends weren't special, that they were no different from the distortion I had faced in the past. Those wells of blood splashing inside their pupils were my evidence. When I shared this thought with the elder, she did not confirm nor deny my assertions. But now I would like to make a correction to my prior theory. Blood fiends cannot be explained only through the simple lens of viewing them as distortions. Their essence is similar to that of distortions, yes. However, we eventually drew the conclusion that the blood fiends cannot be filed under that category. Our attempt to resolve a blood fiend as one does a distortion failed. Studies into their true origin are currently underway. If your team is looking into the blood fiends, I suppose you have some publicly unavailable information to share with the rest of us? Yes, I suppose we do. Notice on the video feed that Moses intently yet briefly stared at Otis before continuing with her briefing. Maybe they knew each other from somewhere. But it's just like fucking Otis again. I can't believe I have to work with her. Jesus Christ. Which brings us to this. Following is what we learned about kindreds of true blood fiends. Those in the same vein as the one you've already encountered. I'm not talking about the ones that manifested as distortions after the White Nights and Dark Days incident, mind. Okay, we're back. It is said that Primogenitor, the very first Blood Fiend, wielded an unimaginable power and could embrace countless humans and turn them into their kindreds. However, starting from the kindreds of the first generation after Primogenitor, which are referred to as the first kindreds, they were restricted to creating only 2 kindreds of a lower generation in their long existences. Something about how they can't just create families willy-nilly or something like that. I drew this chart, by the way. Not half bad, huh? Yeah, I think that cassette guy was pretty disappointed about choosing Shasha as his kindred. Faust finds his inaccuracies in your statement difficult to correct due to their egregious nature. When a blood fiend of a higher generation creates a lower generation kindred, the one that embraced them is called a higher kindred, while the one that's then embraced is called a lower kindred. It is often the case that kindreds higher up the bloodstream wield a much greater power than the ones beneath them. You started your sentence with the conditional, it is often the case. Therefore, it can be interpreted as a statement that there are cases in which such is not the case. You're right on the money. Just like how each distortion is different, blood fiends are also different in ways that our team leader will explain. Yes. Each blood fiend's powers and idiosyncrasies often vary depending on the higher blood fiend's abilities. However, it is usually impossible for lower blood fiends to revolt against someone higher up in the bloodstream. While there is no physical barrier stopping them, there is an intense psychological barrier preventing them from doing so. Like a parent and their child, huh? Yes, like parents and their children, considering that they even call one another with familiar terms such as father, mother, and child. It is no mere metaphor. That is why they call such acts of revolt going against the bloodstream filial impiety. Just as how blood becomes the axis of value judgment, so does this idea of the inviolable relationship between family members get imprinted into the core of their very being. Upon being turned, blood fiends experience that extreme level of twist in their moral judgment. And that's why the blood bags, who are at the bottom rung of the family tree, blood bags are a different story. Blood fiends and blood bags are the furthest 2 groups of beings could be from a family. Dregs that failed to become kindreds. To blood fiends, they are quite literally portable bags of blood to replenish themselves in times of need. Team leader, you should mention this too. You know, when I snapped their necks and smashed them right into the water? Yes, blood fiends have an irrationally extreme fear of water. Water doesn't physically harm them, but every blood fiend I have seen thus far has been afraid of it. Huh? Sounds like an easy solution then. Can't we just spray them with water to keep them off our backs? Since you're about to visit their den that's crawling with blood fiends, good luck finding even a drop of water in there. Oh, and I was informed that one of you can sense a distortion. I learned this through unofficial channels, but I still wish to share. Huh. Glad to know there's someone else out there who understands this particular sensation. Ooh? Does Moses have a fucking branch? A golden branch or whatever? I'd very much like to meet you in person one day. Real shame we can't be there to see it ourselves. Are there any famous fixers there? I heard earlier that stupid Camille kid will be there too. Kick his ass for me, won't you? I tried to pull a prank on him, but the bastard banned me from the chat. Oh my god. Wait, her smoking pipe is her own ego? That's awesome. I also love the idea of Ezra typing like fucking troll comments in Twitch chat on fucking awesome, like on work hours. He's like, boss makes $1, I make a dime. So that's why I hate posting Twitch chat on the company on company time. Well, he already kicked one of our asses. Oh, Vespa, come on. I told you to hold the line. Appears that they are partaking in quite the activity themselves. I think we can end the call here, Moses. Very well. Got any last words of advice? Any last words? I once heard that some kindreds higher up the bloodstream have overcome their fear of water. Blood eventually does get thicker than water after all. Now, let's see if there's anything I left out. I must advise you against underestimating their bloodlust, because no matter how hungry for blood you think they are, they will be worse.
뭐야 그게?
What's that supposed to mean? Vespa, another character. This is her appearance. Why we're 80% sure that Diaz is running Limbus. Who knows that it will be relevant though. With her last words, which left us wondering what they were supposed to mean, the call dropped. In which is discussed the very oath of the bus driver and the manager concerning amusement parks. This is going to be downright delightful, I'm sure. We have about 30 minutes until La Mancha Land manifests. We each decided to use this opportunity to gather ourselves. Meanwhile, I had something I wanted to ask Cordelius before we left. But for that I need... Anybody seen Faust around?
아까부터 보이지
Not in a
않으시던데요?
while. What is it, Dante? I'm sure I can help. I wanted to ask Faust to relay my words to Virgilius, but I wasn't sure where he was. Fortunately, Honglu was still here with me and noticed me looking around. I decided to ask for his help. 30 minutes, Dante. I always have so many questions floating around in my head, but whenever I stand in front of this man, my brain seems to decide to forget them all. Why didn't you stop her earlier, Virgilius? Earlier when Don Quixote challenged Camille to a duel. You needed a translator. Dante asked why you didn't stop the fight earlier. So that's your look of reproach. I see. As you must be well aware by now, the Sync Association often chooses duels as a means of resolving conflicts. But they are also well known for letting bygones be bygones once that conflict in question has been resolved through a duel. Perhaps a lasting memory of some ancient chivalric virtues has been pounded into their bones. He was like, no. Yeah. He was fine with it. I see. So picking a fight with a fixer from any other association or office might have caused a real problem for us, but the nature of the SIG made this pretty safe altercation, huh? Stopping Don Quixote from challenging that fixer to a duel would have only exacerbated the situation. Besides, Virgilius gave a long pause. It is about our third sinner woke up. Who's number 3? Honglu? Isn't Don Quixote the most lucid one out of all of us? Oh, no, it's Don Quixote. Yeah. Okay, no. Honglu doesn't... No, Honglu, you don't understand. What is he? Oh, wait, it says right there. He's number 6. It says it right there. My God. Isn't Don Quixote the most lucid one out of all of us? Oh, you don't understand, Honglu. Honglu's interjection is so sudden and random that I wondered for a moment if he thought we were talking about someone else. What do you mean? But Honglu did not correct himself. He pointed to his eye and continued. Her eyes, Dante, always twinkling like 2 bright stars. They're so fascinating. I knew, Honglu, you are a smart guy. Eyes, huh? I noticed that the light in Honglu's left eye was growing dimmer, like light fading away as it sinks into the depths of the dark waters. Wait, I have something else I wanted to ask you about. What I really wanted to ask Virgilius about was what happened on that train. But I wasn't sure if I could bring that subject up in front of Honglu, especially when Faust wasn't here. What's wrong, Dante? You look flustered for some reason. No need to shiver your clock hand so nervously, Dante. You don't actually believe I wasn't let in on what happened aboard that train, do you? Sounds like Faust kept him updated. Well then, tell me, what was going on with Don Quixote back there? I mean, what is she? They're asking what Don Quixote is? Dante, it is not wise use of your time to ask a question to which you can find your own answers. Jesus Christ. He's like, fuck, come on. Seriously? Besides, there are more pressing questions you should be asking. What shall happen with our third sinner, for example? I get it. It's Don Quixote's turn now. But you're not going to answer that question either, because I'll get the answer anyway, as long as I keep riding the flow of wherever it takes me. Your hands have stopped trembling. I'll take that as a sign that we have an understanding. Virgilius has spent enough time around Dante to get the gist. Should you ever find yourself growing anxious in La Mancha Land, when things start to go awry, remember these words. Henceforth, whatever happens, Don Quixote will remember the promise, Dante. The promise. I have no idea how that word is supposed to assuage any of my fears. Virgilius isn't the type to waffle on meaninglessly, so I suppose there isn't anything else I can gather from him at the moment. Sometime later, back among the sinners at the empty lot. Don Quixote, about what happened earlier. Fairly, it's a marvelous day. Wouldst thou not agree, Manager Esquire? It is? Yes. Today alone I had the joy of espying a Hana association with Fixer with my own eyes. The honor of clashing my steel against Sir Camille of Zinc, and indeed Sir Camille is a Fixer most righteous and becoming in his live streams. I have not even an ounce of doubt in my mind that the kerfuffle was not but an issue of miscommunication. How did you even access his streams on the bus? Manager Esquire, forsooth I am finally beginning to feel as though we are attacking contracts worthy of true fixers. To slay the wicked and liberate the innocent from suffering. 'Twas my dream of a lifetime, indeed. Don Quixote, what is your first memory? I really want this question answered. Sir Virgilius will once again insist that our primary quest is to lay claim upon the Golden Bough, yet I shall eradicate La Mancha Land, even if it costs us our quests. And mark mine words, for I shall rescue its victims as well, every last one of them. Stare at Don Quixote in silence as Don Quixote bows. I think I saw stars twinkling in her eyes, like Hong Lu said. Ooh, TikTok. Dante. I've been looking for you, Faust. Because you had business to discuss with Virgilius, it seems. I felt like she was accusing me that there wasn't any other reason I'd be looking for her, so I couldn't help but stammer. Now that I think about it, I don't see her alone with Charon very often. What were you two doing here? Performing certain routine procedures with Charon. There is a certain examination procedure we must perform at an interval. What examination procedure? It mainly consists of gray matter biofusion normalcy trend test, and a gray matter response activity level test to electrical stimuli. It also includes several other tests, including external brain pressure variance test, the bloodstream distribution test to verify that the numbers are within the expected range, and, I will stop here. I'm certainly not one to talk, but I'm once again reminded that Faust isn't very good at talking to people either. Heard passengers are going to an amusement park. Amusement park, more fun than the bus? I've never been to one myself, but probably? I love you, Dante. Dante could never go to Disney World because they're gonna be like, I remember the last time I went to an amusement park and that shit sucked. It is said that individuals partaking in activities within amusement parks have, on average, an increased heart rate of 1.5 times their typical range. It could be because of heart failure, though. Because they board vehicles that are meant to raise their heart rate, and in turn, their level of excitement. It is known that one of the rides most emblematic of the amusement park experience consists of the following procedure. Binding the passenger to the chair and dropping the vehicle, which often takes the form of a train, from a 100-meter height to ground level within 3 seconds. Sounds like reckless driving. Must be a terrible driver. Worse than Charon. I like how your frame of reference is, oh, they must be even shittier than I am. Perhaps. He's one to talk, especially when it comes to reckless driving. I'm sure there are other more fun rides, right? Probably? Perhaps. We should go there someday. A real amusement park. Make a list of stuff you want to do when you get there. Karan, Dante wants to know what you want to do. When? Where? They're asking you, should a day come in which you are allowed to travel with us to locations other than the bus itself, but you would like to do at an amusement park? There was a long pause. Karan's eyes glimmered momentarily as they began to wander elsewhere. Karan wants to eat candy there. Eat a candy. Sorry. One single candy. Looks like today's one of those days when everyone gets a twinkle in their eyes. I want to eat a candy. Wherein is concluded the method by which eradication quest of fixers, the brave and the bold, are yet to be conducted. The method by which eradication quest of fixers, the brave and the bold, are to be conducted. Okay.
말뜻
자, 이번엔 어떤 실험인가요?
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Fixers began gathering one by one at the site.
라만차랜드가 등장했습니다.
Oh, it's the fucking moon is descending? Is this destiny? La Mancha Land is beginning to manifest.
음악 소리가 들리기 시작한 시점
From the moment the music began to play, which measures
약
at
22시 12분까지
16:12 hours today, La Mancha Land will be open until 22:12 hours. Even when you feel.
포기하고 싶어질 때가 오더라도 약속하지.
I promise. Is that it? Well, how will you live on? Thank you for everything.
해결사 잡지는 잊지 말고.
Don't forget those Fixer magazines.
너무 싫어. 부탁이니까 제발 멈춰.
나 기가 막힌 생각이 나.
This is Gubo? Is that Gubo? This sounds like someone that we've met before. Like, that sounds like a Gubo line. The same phenomena I experienced back at the Great Lake, but these memories are much more fragmented, opaque. The glimpses of Don Quixote I saw were nothing like the person I know, but should I follow this journey to its conclusion, what shall happen to our third sinner, for example? I'll understand what all these glimpses of memories mean, like I always have. And we made our way toward La Mancha Land. La Mancha Land, this place is pretty spooky, huh? I smell blood. Ryoshu's like a fucking bloodhound, I guess. We are contending with a phenomenon that has devoured dozens of fixers. Do not let your guards down. Here they come, those blood fiend beasts. Whoa, look, survivors. Don, I really could have broken my viewer count record with a dramatic shot like this. Weapons in their hands, they're not civilians. Executive Manager, isn't there something off about some of their outfits? Those anachronistically antique costumes are quite the novelty these days. I have identified several individuals dressed in clothes that are difficult to be worn without assistance. Meaning that maybe someone in there forced a wardrobe change on them? A murmur among the fixers begins to grow, slowly increasing in intensity. Alessio shouts from behind the line for us to stop. Hold! Don't approach La Mancha Land yet. You must allow it the first 10 minutes post-manifestation to expel its wastes. Stand behind the line for safety. Who are they? What office are they from? Are they association fixers? Excitement is in the air as the fixers attempts to guess who they are. They're all from the Fire Fist office. I recognize their outfits. They're from our office. I told y'all, boys, I told y'all that the boss ladies are gonna make it. Even if we were to fail the eradication contract, they can make a 15-minute testimony and share what intel they found. Well, now the contribution. They're all fucking blood bags. Like I said, please hold for at least 10 minutes until they finish expelling. The fixer ignores Alessia's warning and rushes out to greet the survivor and help her to her feet. Big sis, big sis. We made it, boss. We made it. We can finally move out of that moldy semi-basement office and find a place with some sunlight. Remember how they all scoffed at us? Come on, let's go. Let's do some interviews, get paid, make a name for ourselves. Survivor's my ass. So just hold on a little longer, okay? La
행복한 미소가 꽃피는 함께
La Mancha Land. Bloom your smiles of joy, La Mancha Land. Let's all dream free here. We hope you'll stay away from here. Blood bags at the gate. They were likely turned moments before they escaped. Bitten by a small fry going from the speed she turned. Higher up the bloodstream you go, the faster the transformation occurs. Some powerful blood fiends can make it happen at will, or set it to occur at a time of their choosing.
저기
Hey, you guys seem like the experts here. Got any pro tips for newbies like us? Pro tips? I got one. Humbly accept your death if you don't have what it takes. Getting turned into a blood fiend's blood bag is no different from death, you know. That's easy. I'm always ready to accept that anyway. Honglu, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ, can you leave that at home? I guess, yeah, you probably can't leave that fucking at home. Home's probably not a safe place for you to leave that shit.
뭐야 그 화이팅이다.
해체 억압 진행하겠습니다. 걷잡을 수 없이 타올라.
주라니야. 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
대가리 딱 떼고.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
Lament, mourn, despair.
좋아. 해체 소각되었습니다.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
해체 억압.
Okay.
직접 발견
And there we go.
속에서
Oh, really good lament. Or really good mind whip. The really good mind whip into the 1 HP target. Oh, Jesus Christ.
주라니야. 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
불길 속으로
너 발긴다.
Enter the Laria?
속에서
Enter the area.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Fight was easy, you're bad. I guess this is like a mook fight to introduce a new type of narrator.
자유로운 공간. 라만트랜드에 오신 걸 환영합니다.
La Mancha Land, bloom your smiles of joy. La Mancha Land, a place of freedom to dream side by side with blood fiends. We wish you a wonderful stay here.
지금부터 온
Admissions end in 5 minutes. Please form a line and enter in an orderly fashion. Remember, enter through the back left and exit through the back left.
마감 후에는
Entry may be difficult once admissions are over, so please wait by the gate with your blood packs.
몇 시간 후에
Well then, I hope I'll be seeing some of you again in a few hours. Fixer's cold voice contrasted with the cheerful voice echoing from the announcement. He really likes making things ominous, doesn't she? Regilius only gave us a light nod. Strangely enough, his aloof attitude what gave me peace of mind. And the last thing I saw before the gate shut behind us was the odd look on the eyes of every P Corp employee, all intensely fixed on the closing gate of La Mancha land. Yeah, the reason it's giving you peace of mind is because Virgilius didn't even give you the "don't fuck it up" talk. He's just like, you understand the deal at this point. It's as if they didn't even want to miss a little glimpse of it.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서 이 분노가
Of what peril befell us in the case of La Mancha land and our encounter with the Blood Fiends.
빨리 시작하시죠.
Earlier, they assigned the gathered fixers with areas.
우리는 다른 구역이네요.
Ah, looks like we'll be going our separate ways here. Different area.
살아서 만나면 좋겠어요.
Here's hoping we'll both be alive the next time we meet. Seems that the Blood Fiend hunters were assigned to Area 3. Joe to Area 2 and us to Area 1. I'm pleased to be working with you guys. My name's Jace Balerin. Hold on, what the hell is that guy's name? It is Balerin. The picture from earlier, whose name was Hugo, appeared visibly relieved that he was assigned the same area as us. Hey, look what I found, a map of La Mancha land. That's how you know I'm the ace of the team, the Jace of the team, Jace Balerin, that's the name. The ace? You just picked up one of the dozens of papers strewn about the entrance. This is an amusement park brochure with a map on it. The center is a Ferris wheel. That's gonna be so hype if that's where the final battle is. I don't even want to imagine what those brutish office guys would have done to me if I got lumped in with them. Who knows? They might have killed me as soon as the gate closed. Or worse, they might have left my name out of the eradication fee recipients. Just awful. It turns into a dragon and you have to fight it? There's no way that's fucking true. Who do you guys say you were? Limbus Company, right? Seems like he was under the impression that we were in one of the numerous no-name fixer offices, but I didn't really feel the need to correct him. No, this isn't a fixer office. This is a company. And we're like the only people that no one tells anything to. Ah, man, sucks to be a small-timer, huh? We always get left out of the good stuff. Not like those Sink or Swy Association offices who always get the top billing. Nay, 'tis untrue. Every fixer honored be their great valor and righteousness, deserveth respect. Long have I dreamt a dream of becoming a fixer myself. Fixer fixes things, thus a fixer is a fixer of justice. Oh.
그러니
Thus, once we survive this encounter with this wicked place hand in hand, all shall rethink their impressions of us fixers. Wherefore art thou giving me such a terrifying look?
너
Kiddo, what you just said was, you don't say stuff like, once we survive this. That's... Never mind. He's right behind me, isn't he? The survivors are... Okay, let's go find the device in Area 1 then. A glance at the brochure reveals many a kind of rides here, and we are at the pretty and wonderful place. Installed here are rides and attractions called Fixer for a Day, Fashionista Show. And that stuff sounds like your typical amusement park stuff, and even got themes. What rests at the incipience of this place, I must wonder. Jesus Christ. I don't know, but it ain't our business to know, innit? Yes, nonetheless, for I must wonder that shrouded beneath the scars of time lies the place of joy it once claimed to be. Laughter from the heart and the unforced. Oh hey, it's the barber. Ha 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 ha. It begins again, the eradication party. More humans, more excitement, more exciting, excited humans. Oh, if only they held this party more often, 3 times a day. So I'll send one of you back out there with 2 days to live. Go tell the boss who sent you here that we look forward to their visit later.
아니면 이건 어떤
How about this? Tell us where the device is and I'll kill you painlessly. Oh, they're talking! It would be really funny if I had the barber ID. Oh, I like it, love it, splendid, words so nasty, yet blood so tasty. Nasty and tasty don't rhyme.
너무 재촉하지 마. 이벤트가 아직 많이
Don't be so hasty though, we got plenty of events to cover, fashion shows, popularity contests, oh how so exciting, right?
지금까지
So this thou hast made mockery of thy guests and fixers. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. I can't have you skittering around here looking so unfashionable. You know that, right? Can't have our guests wearing rags that look like they've been stitched together from rat hides. I'll get in trouble. What? All of us? Hey, look closer. At least I don't look half bad, right? I'll dress you all in pretty dresses and suits. Put you up for display in the powder room and nibble you slowly for a week. What should I taste first? I'm so excited. There are a lot of blood fiends here. Can you guys handle them? Worry not, for Not has put a moratorium on their deaths here.
열차의 그런
They appear to be much inferior to the one we engaged aboard the train. Believe they are, at best, as strong as that prosthetic fixer. Most likely weaker.
그렇단 말이지.
Jolly good and all that. Let's go smash them then. Heathcliff's charge as our signal. Thinners advance, leaping onto the hordes of blood fiends. Ooh. Is this gonna be a special enemy?
가서
We'll
할
have
수
to
있는 건다
figure it out.
해보라고. 저거 다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
Okay, they're kind of cooking with the soundtrack.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
This is kind of cool. Ah, really good rolls. Thank you, Faust.
내 입에서 멍청하냐는 소리는 안 나오게 하라. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Oh, hi Sinclair. I love how Sinclair is just like, I will deal almost an entire health bar of damage. Take it or leave it.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
찢어 놓아주마.
Oh, death.
소각되었습니다.
Alright, we've cleared the wave.
좋네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸움이네.
Oh. Okay, so this is the barber. Ooh, it's a red coin. Yeah. I'm thinking of like, what if you? I remember you explained to me what the red coins are, but if I had never seen a red coin and I was just scrolling through these abilities, I would be terrified. Unfortunately,
해체 허가 진행하겠습니다.
속에서
yeah, I saw the hard mode Santa.
혈안이 줄었네.
직접 밝혀준다. 비명을 질러.
Yeah, it seems like it's a new mechanic that they're experimenting a lot with, which is good because this is gonna be a long ass game.
도록 달릴 시간이다.
Oh, like 20 power laws. Oh, that's a lot. Well, they've lost the battle. I mean, what can I say?
대가리 딱 떼고
직접 놓아주마. 직접 밝긴다. 돌아하니 직접 놓아주마.
I mean, yes, we are taking a lot of chip, but also counterpoint. Wild Hunt Heathcliff. Unfortunately,
정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나?
Fang Hunt Honglu support might be nice because he removes bleed on your units for free. Oh, that is quite strong. No wonder they're anti-blood feed guys. Wherein is discussed the battle that found Limbus Company and Don Quixote. Oh, just in general. It didn't find you anywhere specific. It just found you in general.
해파. 누굴 팰지 내가 정한다.
He is not to be in the part in his support passive. Ah, okay.
수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고.
I
저보다 한 주먹
I
거리도 안
don't,
되는
and I
놈들이니까.
also don't have any. I don't have any green at all, so it's really not going to do anything. I think I'm fine actually dealing with the chapter's gimmick.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
속에서 주라니야.
어때 너덜너덜하잖아.
달릴 시간이다.
일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 뭐가 내 죄는
Oh, okay. No, these are like.
직접 밝긴다.
Okay, so that's just a generic enemy.
어? 방금 좀 똑똑했다.
That's not even like a special enemy.
눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지. 불길 속으로.
I think. Oh.
직접 밝혀준다.
I'm thinking about. I don't know what I was saying. But yeah, I mean, they're not that hard. Oh, okay. They are level 60. So we don't even have a level advantage, it's just they have a really shitty status.
대가리 딱 떼도
그 오물을 다 죽어라.
Go. Yeah, so
소란이 줄었네요.
go mind whip.
당신의 물려.
The battles have not been long enough for there to be any problems.
시간이다.
Like, I have not had any, like, team killing or anything. We've just been handily rolling everyone.
좋아. 다 죽어라. 당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Of the tale which the fallen blood fiends have failed to tell despite their best endeavors. Okay, this is probably the last level unless I hit a level up.
개체 유형 확인.
Or if there's like a no battle one. Please don't kill me. It's been 200 years since I was this full. Can you imagine what it feels like to have the ravenousness eat you alive for 2 whole centuries? Please, please, I got too excited. I'll live like I did before in the shadows, like I don't even exist. Please,
장치가 있는 곳을 말하라.
tell us where the device is and I'll think about it. Hey, head over to that attraction over there. I'll let you in on a shortcut that'll lead you straight to the button. Just follow me.
나만 따라.
The hunger is giving them like 25 level debuff. Yeah, that is.
정하자마자
Enter and immediately turn right.
좋아,
Oh, nice, nice. Immediately turn right and. We shall not bargain with villains.
보이지 않나?
Canst thou not see the corpses of the villain have left in her wake? Her innocent victims? Though some of them appear to be fresh bodies. The closer we got to the attraction, the more the roads became riddled with mangled corpses. Don Quixote was right. Some of them did look pretty new. Some of them only hours since their death at most. Of course, Otis did not appear even remotely receptive to her reasoning. We could have saved much time with that shortcut. There are many times we must compromise with our foes to give us an advantage in the grand scheme of. Alas, yet, what meaning shall that shortcut signify if thy path is one guided by the hand of the wicked?
소용이 있다는 것인가?
How are you still on about that nonsense, you little.
자, 냅둬.
Oi, let the last be. It ain't the first time, innit? Look alive. We got more of them incoming.
놈들 족치자.
Heathcliff, my goat.
맙소사. 또 와요.
Holy crap. Holy crap, there's more of them. It's me, Jace Beleren. I probably had sex with Medusa. That's a fun fact.
뭐야 그 파이팅이다.
Wait, oh my god, we're losing this clash? This is actually unbelievable.
개체 어감 진행하겠습니다.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그릇 두드려 패.
Wait, did I not counter with Heathcliff? Yeah, I do know how Blood Feast works.
개체 어감 진행하겠습니다.
Yeah, it gets more for every. Oh man, we lost our first coin. It gets bigger for every bleed damage that happens. And since there are unbreakable coins, it's gonna be a lot of bleed damage.
도록 달릴 시간이다.
대가리 딱 떼고.
Oh, that's funny. Higher tier blood fiends have priority. I wonder, so there's like a generation coded for each of them in the in their enemy type? That's cool.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that. Ah, okay.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Ah, maybe it's just because she's cooler.
속에서
Oh my god!
달릴 시간이다.
Ryoshu actually got staggered. Holy shit, I was not paying attention. It must be a pretty fucking cold day in hell. Because Ryoshu actually got meaningfully damaged.
저 발긴다. 돌아하니요.
I guess the level gap is getting much,
지금 좀 똑똑했다.
much bigger.
그래서 싸울 때도 두뇌 파로 척을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지. 그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Holy fuck, I'm actually losing clashes?
불길 속으로.
Oh my god. Oh, he got staggered. No. It's fine. He's getting on the horse. Oh, ho, ho. This is a broken unit. Holy shit. Oh, Sinclair is distorting. He's distorting. No, I have to kill this turn.
소란이 줄었네요.
Oh, thank God. I assume it gets listed in the ability whether the red coin breaking deletes the passive. Unlike the blood bags back on the train, these ones can't come back from death. Most people don't read. That's so true. I forgot that there's so much overlap between the Project Moon and Yu-Gi-Oh community. They are all once fixers seeking riches. Civilians turn guests, drawn into this place by its music, each dreaming a dream of their own. I don't really know since when, but I've stopped feeling anything about killing things like them. Yeah, Sinclair replied, thrusting his weapon into the skull of a dying blood bag. Hey, the weapons they're wielding, don't they kind of remind you of the weapon that Cassetti was using?
피로 잔뜩
Decorated with blood. Coagulated blood. Identical to his weapon in essence. Is this how all blood fiends fight? If we're using Moses' family analogy, maybe they're something like his close relatives.
아까 그 혈기들이
This must be the attraction that the blood fiend from earlier was talking about.
이 무리기
Looks like this one's the main attraction of this area. Bereft of choices, we are thus compelled to enter.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서 이 분노가 끝나지 않는 거지?
In which the attractions oh wait, and we've gotten through exactly 1/3 of the chapter. So I think I'm gonna have to call it. Meh, meh, meh. Yeah, but I'm just like, it's getting a little bit late and I'm tired. So I have more than 10. Oh, I haven't done polls. I haven't done polls this week. Also, everyone who was complaining about Muller Ishmael must be feeling well rewarded. Because holy shit, that this design kicks ass. I don't know. Does this have anything new? Because this Marceau is an older one. And this one just has this. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. So yeah, this one then. Ooh. Oh, hi, Gregor.
한 번만 더.
배로 왔어. 사람이든 흐르는 물이든.
That's a new one. That's actually 2 new ones. If I go bam, and then I go bam, how much is the bonus for that? I want to see. Oh wait, hold on.
아, 그대. 잠시 쉬고 가지.
Perfect. I did do a couple hard mode stages in here. I mean, I think it's easier if I just look in. I forgot I can't. Hold on, but what if I did this? This doesn't give bonus, so that doesn't work. Curious. Yeah, I'm seeing. I just figured it would be easier to see. All right, so these are the good ones. Oh, so it tells you which ones. Ah, okay. So I have these 4. Neat. So I'm getting double. And it maxes out at 120%, so I'm not even that much below the max. Alright, before I forget, I'm also going to blow all of my points. Honestly, just give me XP tickets. Yeah, I am going to bed. Alright, good night. Oh, hold on. Let me see if there's anyone I can raid. Nope. Alright, good night. Good night, Clever. See you next week. We'll be doing more amusement park.